In a world that rewards noise, self-promotion, and constant validation, silent attraction is like a hidden superpower. It's about developing the kind of presence that speaks before you do, where confidence is felt, not declared, and respect is earned, not demanded. It's not about changing who you are, but about uncovering the most refined, authentic, and self-assured version of yourself. Have you ever wondered what makes certain people so captivating, even without saying a word? They walk into a room, and instantly, something about them draws you in. They don't need to be the loudest, the flashiest, or the most outspoken, yet they command attention effortlessly. This is the power of silent attractiveness, a rare quality that isn't about trying too hard, but about cultivating an inner presence so strong that people naturally gravitate toward you. Throughout history, the most influential figures weren't necessarily those who talked the most, but those who carried themselves with quiet confidence. Think about Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, spiritual leaders like Buddha, or even modern-day individuals who exude an aura of calm self-possession. What do they all have in common? A deep, unshakable inner strength that makes them compelling without needing to seek approval. This is what we're diving into today on Mindful Healing. Imagine being the kind of person who doesn't chase attention but instead attracts it effortlessly. A person who doesn't need to prove themselves but is naturally respected. A person whose very presence commands admiration, not because they ask for it, but because it is simply undeniable. In this episode, we will explore 11 timeless habits that will help you build silent attractiveness, drawing from both ancient wisdom and practical modern psychology. These aren't gimmicks or quick fixes. They are deep, powerful shifts in how you think, move, and engage with the world. Habits that transform not only how others perceive you, but more importantly, how you perceive yourself. Stay with us until the end, because by the time we finish, you'll see how true presence and inner power can change your life in ways you never expected. Habit 1. Authentic independence, the key to living with confidence and self-respect. In today's world, many people spend most of their time seeking external validation, whether from social media, colleagues, friends, family, or society in general. But we often forget one important truth. Our self-worth doesn't come from others' approval, but from how we see and respect ourselves. This is the essence of authentic independence. Many people misunderstand independence as cutting off from everyone, not needing anyone, and living a completely solitary life. But that's not what true independence is. Authentic independence is not about isolation. It's about standing strong on your own without being controlled by external pressure. Look around. How many people are living lives they don't truly want? They choose a job because their family expects it. They make decisions out of fear of being judged. They change themselves just to fit into societal standards. But those who have authentic independence don't live that way. They don't let society define their worth. These people have an inner freedom. They can be part of the world without being swept away by its invisible pressures. They don't need validation to feel valuable. Instead, they respect themselves, stay true to their values, and in doing so, naturally earn respect from others. How to cultivate authentic independence. 1. Spend time alone. Not because you're lonely, but to connect with yourself. In today's society, people are afraid of silence. They bury themselves in their phones, in work, in meaningless conversations, just to avoid facing themselves. But if you want to develop authentic independence, you must learn how to be alone without feeling lonely. Take time to ask yourself, what do I truly want in life? Am I doing this for myself or because others expect me to? What makes me genuinely happy? Learn to listen to yourself instead of letting the outside world decide your emotions. 2. Make decisions based on your values, not societal expectations. We grow up with so many expectations. Get a stable job, get married, follow what everyone else is doing. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself, what actually matters to me? People with authentic independence don't get swayed by social pressure. They live life their own way without feeling the need to justify it. Try this simple exercise. Next time you make a decision, ask yourself, if no one were watching, would I still do this? If the answer is yes, you are living in alignment with your true values. 3. Stop explaining yourself. Let your actions speak. One sign of true confidence is not needing to explain every decision you make. People who lack confidence often feel the need to prove themselves, to constantly seek approval. But those with authentic independence understand that their worth isn't in justifications. For example, you choose a lower-paying job because it brings you joy. No need to explain, it's the right choice for you. You decide not to go to a party because you'd rather spend time on self-care. No need to justify, you are prioritizing yourself. Remember, people with authentic independence don't try to please everyone. They focus on living in alignment with their values. Why does authentic independence make you attractive and respected? Have you ever met someone who is confident, completely true to themselves, and effortlessly commands respect without needing to show off? These people have a special kind of presence, not because they try to impress, but because they know who they are and live in alignment with that. They don't follow the crowd because they know their own worth. They don't seek approval, yet they naturally earn respect. They don't let the world dictate their emotions. They control their own lives. And that is what makes authentic independence so powerful, a state of mind that everyone secretly desires to have. Habit 2, the art of silent elegance. Grace speaks louder than words. Imagine two leaders in an important meeting. The first leader talks constantly, interrupts others, and tries to assert their opinions by speaking as much as possible. The second leader listens attentively, chooses their words carefully, and speaks only when truly necessary. By the end of the meeting, who earns more respect? It's the second leader, because when they speak, their words carry weight. Many people believe that to make an impression, they need to talk a lot and constantly express themselves. But the truth is the complete opposite. Truly elegant individuals don't need to assert themselves loudly. They are felt rather than just heard. Grace, subtlety in every action, quiet confidence, and calmness in any situation. These qualities create a powerful presence without needing a single extra word. Truly elegant individuals understand that talking more doesn't mean having more influence. Constantly trying to stand out doesn't necessarily leave a lasting impression. Composure, restraint, and carefully chosen words create true power. People with silent elegance always control their energy. They don't get caught up in chaos, but instead shape the atmosphere around them with their calm presence. If you want to develop the charm of silent elegance, you don't need to change who you are completely. Just practice these small but powerful habits. Maintain a relaxed, upright posture and steady eye contact. The way you stand, sit, and walk says a lot about you. Someone who sits upright, with open shoulders and steady eye contact, immediately gives off a strong and charismatic presence. Meanwhile, someone who slouches or avoids eye contact often appears uncertain or lacking confidence. You don't need to say anything, but the way you hold yourself will reflect your confidence and elegance. Try this. The next time you enter a crowded room, walk tall, breathe slowly, and keep a relaxed yet firm posture. You will feel the difference instantly. Move slowly and with intention. Rushed, anxious movements create an impression of nervousness and insecurity. On the other hand, someone who moves with control always appears calm and powerful, from how they walk to how they hold a glass or react in conversations. For example, when someone asks you a question, pause for a second, take a soft breath, and then respond instead of answering immediately. When walking, slow down slightly and be present in each step, rather than rushing through the moment. When you control your pace, you control the energy around you. Speak only when necessary and let your words carry weight. Elegant people don't speak just to fill silence. They speak when their words add value. If you want to be respected when you talk, don't speak just for the sake of speaking. When you choose your words wisely, everything you say becomes more impactful. A simple rule: before speaking, ask yourself, is this truly necessary? Does this add value? Will this benefit the listener? When you practice speaking less but with more depth, you'll notice that whenever you speak, people will actually listen. How silent elegance makes you more attractive. Here's an interesting truth. Elegance is not about looks. It's about how you carry yourself. Take a moment to observe. Who do you remember more? The person who talks excessively, or the one who speaks selectively but leaves an impact? Who leaves a stronger impression? Someone who moves anxiously, or someone who remains calm and in control? It is composure, self-restraint, and deliberate actions that make people stand out in a way that truly matters. People with silent elegance naturally create a powerful presence without trying to seek attention. They don't need to impress, but their quiet confidence makes them the most impressive. Habit 3. The subtle scent of sophistication, the charm of the unseen. We often focus on our outward appearance, how we dress, how we communicate, our posture, but we forget one crucial detail. Scent is also a part of your identity. Scent is something you can't see or touch, yet it can be deeply engraved in someone's memory. A person with a refined, well-chosen fragrance creates a pleasant and subtle attraction, drawing others in effortlessly. On the other hand, a scent that is too overpowering or ill-suited can have the opposite effect, making others uncomfortable rather than intrigued. That's why choosing the right fragrance is not just about personal preference, but also about showing sophistication and respect for yourself and those around you. Cleopatra, the woman who understood the power of scent. Throughout history, Cleopatra was known for her irresistible charm, not just because of her beauty, but because of her attention to detail in making a lasting impression. One of her most famous secrets was scent. It is said that Cleopatra infused her ship's sails with perfume. Before she even arrived, her fragrance filled the air, allowing people to sense her presence before they even saw her. This proves that scent is not just an accessory. It is a powerful way to leave a strong impression without saying a single word. How to choose the right fragrance for you. Just like personality, scent is unique to each individual. If you want to own a fragrance that truly represents you, choose carefully instead of simply following trends. Here are some tips to help you find the perfect scent. 1. Choose a fragrance that reflects your personality. Every scent evokes a different impression. Woody, earthy scents, best for those with a calm, mature, and strong personality. Notes like sandalwood, cedar, and patchouli bring warmth and authority. Fresh, citrusy scents, ideal for energetic, free-spirited individuals who love freshness. Scents like orange, lemon, and mint provide a refreshing and approachable vibe. Soft, elegant scents, floral, powdery, perfect for those with a gentle, feminine, and graceful demeanor. Jasmine, rose, and lavender create a delicate and soothing effect. Mysterious, seductive scents, oriental spicy, for those who want to leave a bold impression. Notes like vanilla, cinnamon, and amber evoke warmth and allure. Choose a fragrance that makes you feel confident and comfortable, because your scent is an extension of who you are. 2. Apply fragrance the right way. Make people want to get closer. A good scent should spark curiosity, not overwhelm. Many people make the mistake of spraying too much perfume, hoping it will last longer. However, the art of fragrance lies in subtlety. How to apply perfume correctly. Apply perfume on pulse points like wrists, behind the ears, and the nape of the neck to allow the scent to diffuse naturally. Avoid spraying directly on clothes. Fragrance needs to blend with your skin to feel natural. If the scent is too strong, spray a little on your brush and run it through your hair for a more delicate aroma. A key rule: your fragrance should only be noticeable when someone comes close, not fill the entire room. 3. Self-care, because true attraction starts from within. Fragrance is not just about perfume, it comes from how well you take care of yourself. If you want a refined and natural scent, start with the basics. Moisturize your skin. Healthy skin holds fragrance longer. Stay clean. Your natural body scent plays a major role in your overall fragrance. Choose the right body care products. Mildly scented shampoos, body washes, and lotions help create a natural and pleasant aroma. When you take care of yourself, that confidence and refinement naturally radiate outward, without you having to try. If clothing expresses your style, then scent is your personal signature. A person with a refined fragrance will always be remembered, even after they've left the room. Imagine this: you walk into a room, saying nothing, yet a soft, elegant scent follows you, subtly filling the space. People don't just remember how you look, they remember how they felt around you. That is the power of a sophisticated fragrance, a quiet presence that speaks volumes. Let scent become a part of you, a way to express refinement and self-respect. And always remember, true attraction doesn't lie in what you say or do, it lies in how you make others feel. Habit 4. Mastering presence. the gift of complete focus. We live in a world full of distractions, phones ringing, notifications constantly popping up, social media taking over our minds. Even in face-to-face conversations, many people listen just to respond rather than truly hearing the other person. But here's something important. When you are truly present, not just physically, but mentally, you create a deep, powerful attraction without needing any fancy words. True presence not only helps you connect more deeply with others, but also makes you more trustworthy, charismatic, and influential. People who have the ability to be fully present bring a sense of calm and strength, making others feel understood and respected. Think about it. How many times have you talked to someone and felt like they weren't really listening? How often do you have conversations while your mind is wandering, thinking about work, schedules, or checking your phone? And how many times have you had such an engaging conversation with someone that you completely lost track of time? Those moments are priceless because people don't just seek information, they crave real connection. And presence is the bridge that takes you there. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to be an amazing speaker. Sometimes, just your complete attention is enough to make a difference. The power of presence, deep connection. When you truly listen, the other person feels valued and respected. Trustworthiness. People who are fully present in every moment create a sense of trust and credibility. Natural attraction. We are drawn to those who can focus simply because it's rare in today's world. How to develop presence? 1. Eliminate distractions. Be here, in this moment. When having a conversation, put your phone down. If you keep looking at your screen while someone is talking, it sends a silent message that the conversation isn't important to you. Challenge yourself with these small changes. Turn off notifications when meeting someone important. Avoid looking at your watch or checking your phone while talking. Don't rush to change the subject. Really engage in the conversation. You'll be surprised how much more meaningful your conversations become with just this one small change. 2. Maintain eye contact and truly listen. Eye contact is one of the strongest indicators of presence. When you look at someone with full attention, you're silently telling them, "I am here with you. You matter." But keep in mind, don't stare for too long. Keep it natural, mixing in small nods or subtle facial expressions. Don't avoid eye contact. It can make you seem uninterested or lacking confidence. In addition, listen with intention, not just to reply, but to truly understand. Next time you have a conversation, focus completely on the other person instead of planning what you'll say next. You'll notice a dramatic shift in how they respond to you. 3. Respond thoughtfully. Don't rush, don't interrupt. Many people make the mistake of responding too quickly or cutting others off in conversation. This not only disrupts the natural flow, but can also come across as disrespectful. Remember, people with strong presence don't rush to respond. They take their time to think before speaking. Silence before responding is also a sign of confidence. Don't be afraid of pauses. Sometimes they hold more power than words. Try this simple exercise. The next time someone asks you a question, don't answer immediately. Take a gentle breath, pause for a moment, then respond. This will give you time to think and make your words more meaningful. Habit 5. A touch of mystery. Less is more, but more captivating. Have you ever met someone who, the more you get to know them, the more you want to learn about them? Someone who doesn't reveal too much, but still exudes a strong, undeniable allure? That is the power of intentional mystery, a subtle art of communication that makes you naturally captivating without even trying. We live in an era where everything is shared openly, personal thoughts, private lives, and even the smallest moments of the day. Just by scrolling through social media, you'll see countless people publicly sharing everything about their lives. But here's an interesting truth. The most intriguing people are often the most mysterious. Why does mystery make you more attractive? 1. Mystery sparks curiosity. People are naturally drawn to what they don't fully understand. When someone doesn't reveal everything about themselves immediately, we feel an innate urge to learn more. Think about a gripping movie. What makes you want to keep watching? It's the unanswered questions, the hidden details waiting to be uncovered. In the same way, when you know how to hold back just a little about yourself, you create intrigue and curiosity. making others want to discover more. Those who overshare too soon may lose their sense of intrigue. They lay everything out, leaving nothing to wonder about. But those who keep parts of their story unrevealed create a natural pull, making people eager to learn more. 2. Mysterious people command more respect. Have you ever noticed that those who speak less but speak with intention often carry more influence? When someone doesn't talk excessively about themselves but instead communicates with subtlety, they project a sense of maturity, reliability, and depth. They don't need to over-explain or boast about their achievements, yet their quiet confidence makes people see their value. A simple example: one person constantly talks about their accomplishments, never stopping to let others speak. Another only mentions their achievements when necessary, and when they do, it holds weight. Who will be respected more? Clearly, the second person. They don't need to oversell themselves. Each time they speak, their words carry significance. Number 3. Mystery isn't about hiding, it's about choosing what to share. Many people mistake mystery for secrecy, believing that being mysterious means hiding things or refusing to talk about oneself. But that's completely wrong. Mystery is not about keeping secrets. It's about choosing what to share in a way that sparks interest. You don't need to reveal everything about yourself right away. Instead, share in a way that keeps people engaged and curious. A simple approach. When someone asks about you, instead of giving a full rundown, offer a short but intriguing answer. Leave a little room for curiosity. Let others have a reason to want to know more, rather than laying everything out at once. Avoid over-explaining your actions. Sometimes, silence is more powerful than words. For example, someone with no sense of mystery. I love reading because it helps me relax. I read a lot of genres, from novels to psychology, business, and self-development books. Someone with a touch of mystery. I love books that change the way I see the world. The second answer makes people curious. They will want to ask which books, what ideas changed your perspective, and why. How to cultivate mystery while still being engaging? 1. Share selectively. You don't have to say everything. You don't need to reveal everything about yourself in the first conversation. Let things unfold naturally. When you hold back some parts of your story, others will have a reason to keep discovering more about you. Try this challenge. The next time someone asks about your interests, try answering in a way that invites curiosity rather than giving everything away immediately. 2. Leave room for curiosity. You don't need to explain everything you do. Sometimes, leaving a little mystery makes people naturally ask questions and want to learn more. Example: if someone asks about a memorable trip, instead of describing every detail immediately, just say, "It was an amazing experience. There was one moment that completely changed how I see life." The listener will naturally want to know more, and that makes the conversation much more engaging. 3. Speak with intention. Don't talk just to fill silence. Mysterious people don't talk excessively, they speak with purpose. You don't need to talk constantly to hold someone's attention. Instead, say things that truly matter. Before speaking, ask yourself, is this really necessary? Does it add value? Does it make others want to know more? When you speak less, but with impact, your words will carry more weight. Attraction doesn't come from saying more, it comes from choosing what to say. You don't need to completely change who you are to become more captivating. Just add a little mystery, and you'll see the difference. Habit 6. Cultivating cultural wisdom, a mind open to the world. There is a special kind of magnetism in people who have a deep understanding of the world. They don't just accumulate knowledge, they have an open mindset, understand human nature, and respect cultural diversity. They can step into any conversation, whether it's about philosophy, history, or the customs of a distant land, and still connect effortlessly with others. People with cultural wisdom do not flaunt their knowledge. They don't need to say much, but when they do, their words carry weight, earning admiration and respect. This habit doesn't require you to become a scholar. It simply requires curiosity, a thirst for knowledge, and an open heart to see the world from different perspectives. The story of the well-traveled philosopher. In ancient Greece, there was a philosopher named Herodotus. But instead of staying in libraries and ivory towers, he chose to leave his homeland and travel to distant lands to learn. He didn't just observe, he listened. From Persian merchants and Egyptian warriors to African farmers, he sought to understand their stories and traditions. Throughout his journey, Herodotus did not judge or impose his own beliefs on others. He respected what they believed in and tried to understand why they lived the way they did. And the result? He became one of the greatest thinkers of his time, not because he knew too much, but because he knew how to see the world from multiple angles. He was not confined by the biases of his homeland, but had a global perspective, a quality that made him deeply admired. Why does cultural wisdom make you more attractive? 1. You become a person of depth. Your conversations won't just revolve around small talk, weather, or daily news. You'll be able to discuss core values across cultures, life philosophies from different parts of the world, and unique perspectives on people and society. 2. You become a person who can connect anywhere. People with cultural wisdom have a remarkable ability to communicate. They can converse with a successful entrepreneur, a street vendor, or an artist with the same level of respect and sincerity. This makes them likable, not just because they can talk, but because they genuinely connect with people. 3. You are seen as sophisticated and trustworthy. A person with cultural wisdom is not just intelligent, but also refined. They know how to listen and don't judge others simply because they are different. They can sit at the same table with people who hold opposing views, but instead of arguing, they learn and exchange ideas, making conversations more profound and meaningful. This level of respect and sophistication makes them the kind of person that everyone enjoys being around. How to cultivate cultural wisdom. 1. Read a variety of topics. One of the best ways to expand your worldview is through reading. But don't limit yourself to just one type of book. Explore. History. Understanding the past gives you deeper insight into the present. Philosophy helps you develop critical thinking and explore new ways of thinking. World cultures helps you understand how people from different places live and think. Small challenge. Try reading a book from a culture you've never explored before. You might be surprised by what you discover. 2. Engage in conversations with people from different backgrounds. Don't limit yourself to familiar social circles. Be open to conversations with people who have different life experiences, different viewpoints, different cultural backgrounds. You don't have to agree with everything, but listen with genuine curiosity. 3. Travel whenever possible. There's no better way to understand a culture than to experience it firsthand. If you get the chance to travel abroad, talk to locals instead of just visiting tourist spots. If you can't travel far, explore cultural hubs in your own city, places with immigrant communities, international festivals, or traditional restaurants from different countries. Tip: when visiting a new place, learn a few simple phrases in their local language. A simple hello in their native tongue can create an instant and meaningful connection. Before, learn a new language. Learning a new language does more than just help with communication. It changes how you see the world. Every language opens up a new way of thinking, helping you appreciate different perspectives and adding depth to your understanding of life. Cultural wisdom is a lifelong journey. It doesn't happen overnight. It is a journey, one of learning, listening, and broadening your perspectives. As you cultivate this habit, you won't just become more knowledgeable. You'll naturally develop a quiet confidence that draws people in. The more you understand the world, the more the world opens up to you. Start today. Pick up a new book, engage in a deep conversation, or simply listen to a perspective different from your own. You'll find that life becomes richer than ever. Habit 7. The heartbeat of compassion. Kindness in silence. Compassion is a deep human emotion that reflects empathy, understanding, and a willingness to help those who are struggling or in pain. It is not just about feeling pity, it is about a genuine desire to take action and ease someone else's suffering. Truly compassionate people do not need to prove themselves. They do not boast about their good deeds. They simply show up, listen, and help sincerely, without expecting anything in return. This humility makes them some of the most trustworthy and quietly captivating individuals. How is compassion different from pity? Pity often carries a sense of looking down on others, perceiving them as weak or unfortunate. Compassion, on the other hand, stems from genuine empathy, putting oneself in another person's shoes, and wanting to help in a respectful and heartfelt way. How is a compassionate person different from a good listener? Both compassionate people and good listeners have a deep ability to connect with others, but there are key differences in how they approach and respond to emotions. A good listener helps others feel understood. A compassionate person helps others feel better through both empathy and action. In other words, being a good listener is the first step to becoming a compassionate person. But compassion goes further by taking action instead of just receiving information. You can be both, but if you want to truly make an impact and form deeper connections with others, develop compassion instead of just listening. How to practice compassion in silence. 1. Listen with full attention. When someone speaks to you, don't interrupt. Don't think about what you'll say next. Just be present and listen. Put your phone down, maintain eye contact, and show that you are truly there in the moment. Small challenge. Next time you have a conversation, practice listening without interrupting or offering advice immediately. You'll be surprised at how much people appreciate it. 2. Give through small actions. You don't have to do grand gestures to show compassion. Sometimes the smallest acts can make the biggest difference. A warm smile to a stranger, a thoughtful message to someone having a rough day, a genuine thank you to someone who helped you. These small actions may not be noticed immediately, but over time, they create a powerful impact. 3. Choose understanding over judgment. Before forming an opinion about someone, pause for a moment and ask yourself, do I really understand their story? Is there something they are going through that I don't know about? Can I choose empathy over judgment? We never truly know the struggles someone else is facing, and sometimes just a little understanding can soothe a wounded heart. True kindness in silence, without seeking recognition or rewards, is what touches people's hearts in the deepest way. Habit 8. Smiling in joy, the subtle art of positivity. One of the things that makes a person truly captivating is the energy they bring to those around them. We are often drawn to positive people, but that doesn't mean they have to be loud, outgoing, or always the center of attention. In fact, subtle, effortless positivity is what makes others feel comfortable in your presence. Have you ever met someone who made you feel lighter just by the way they smiled or how they responded to a difficult situation? These people possess a deep sense of joy from within, a calm presence, a sense of humor, and an ability to embrace life with ease. They don't force themselves to be happy all the time, nor do they try to please everyone. They simply choose to enjoy life, even in its imperfect moments. The story of the smiling monk. There was a Zen monk who always smiled, no matter the circumstances. When faced with difficulties, he never showed distress. When others complained, he did not react negatively. Instead, he smiled peacefully. One day, someone asked him, "Why do you always smile? Don't you ever face hardships in life?" He replied, "Because life is both too short and too long to take too seriously." His words made many people reflect. Life is too short to waste on unnecessary worries, but also too long to stay stuck in negativity. The monk's smile was not one of mockery or denial of reality. It was simply his way of accepting the imperfections of life. People were drawn to him because, in his presence, they felt lighter. Why is a positive person so attractive? 1. They make others feel at ease. When you're around someone with a calm, positive energy, you naturally feel more relaxed. They don't add to your stress or pressure. Instead, they create an environment where you feel safe and comfortable. 2. They don't get swept up in negativity. People who maintain joy in their lives aren't easily affected by the negativity around them. They know how to regulate their emotions and don't let external factors dictate their mood. 3. They make everything feel lighter. Someone who can find humor even in tough situations possesses high emotional intelligence. They don't ignore problems, but they also don't let them overshadow the good in life. And 4. They make others want to be around them. Who wouldn't want to be near someone who can make things feel less stressful? People with natural positive energy effortlessly attract others. How to cultivate positive energy without being fake. Many people confuse genuine positivity with forced positivity. Forced positivity is when someone tries to act happy all the time, even when they don't feel that way. In contrast, true positivity comes from a deep sense of acceptance, understanding that life has its ups and downs, yet still choosing to focus on what's good. Here are 4 natural ways to build this habit. 1. Find joy in the small things. You don't need big events to feel happy. Sometimes a good cup of coffee, your favorite song, or a clear blue sky is enough to bring a moment of joy. Learn to laugh at small mistakes. If you trip while walking, instead of feeling embarrassed, smile at yourself. If you spill a drink, think of it as an opportunity to clean your space. Challenge. Every day, write down 3 small things that made you happy. You'll be surprised to realize that happiness often comes from the simplest moments. Number 2, surround yourself with inspiring people. Energy is contagious. If you spend too much time around negative people, you may start absorbing their mindset. Choose to be around those who uplift you, those who see life with a balanced perspective and inspire you to be better. Tip: if you can't change your environment immediately, read books, listen to podcasts, or watch inspiring videos to keep your mindset positive. Number 3, balance optimism with realism. Being positive doesn't mean ignoring challenges. You can acknowledge that a situation is tough while still maintaining composure. Learn to accept what you cannot change and focus on what you can control. Example: if you're stuck in traffic, instead of getting frustrated, use the time to listen to an interesting podcast. If you experience failure, instead of complaining, treat it as a lesson to improve. 4, share laughter naturally. You don't have to be the funniest person in the room to spread joy. Sometimes, just being at ease with yourself makes others feel comfortable around you. Don't force yourself to be happy all the time. Let joy come naturally from appreciating life's simple moments. Practice. Try smiling more often throughout the day. You'll notice that a smile not only makes you more attractive, but also genuinely makes you feel happier. Attractiveness doesn't come from trying to be fun or making others laugh. It comes from the energy you naturally bring into a space. A person who knows how to find joy in life, embrace imperfections, and radiate a calm positivity will always be cherished by those around them. You don't need to change who you are to be more positive. Start small, smile more, enjoy simple moments, and learn to see life with a lighter heart. Because as the Zen monk said, life is both too short and too long to take too seriously. Habit 9, the art of self-care. The attraction of balance. There is a unique kind of magnetism that radiates from people who take care of themselves, not because they try to be perfect, but because they understand their own worth. When you respect your body, mind, and emotions, you not only become healthier, but also naturally more attractive. Nowadays, in the fast-paced flow of life, many people forget the importance of self-care. They dedicate time to work, relationships, and social obligations, but neglect themselves. They see self-care as a luxury rather than a responsibility to themselves. But the truth is, people who take care of themselves always have a natural confidence and attractiveness because they understand that their value doesn't come from others' approval, but from how they treat themselves. The story of the warrior who respected his body. A great samurai was once asked, "How do you maintain your strength, speed, and composure in battle?" He smiled and replied, "My body is my temple, my mind is my garden. I take care of both with great care." For him, training his body was not just for combat. It was a way of showing respect for himself and his life's purpose. He didn't see his body as just a tool, but as a gift that needed to be protected. Self-care is not just about appearance or physical health. It is the balance of body, mind, spirit, and emotions. A person who nurtures all 4 aspects naturally exudes an effortless charm without trying too hard. Why does self-care make you more attractive? 1. You radiate the energy of self-respect. People who take care of themselves always carry an aura of confidence that is subtle yet undeniable. They don't try to impress others, yet people naturally respect them. You can easily recognize someone who has self-discipline. They don't need to say much or boast, but their actions, the way they carry themselves, and how they live every day tell you everything. 2. You possess a clear and peaceful mind. People who prioritize self-care don't get lost in external chaos. They understand that mental health is just as important as physical health. They take time to reflect and listen to themselves. They don't let negative emotions control them. They know how to maintain inner peace, even in difficult times. A person with a calm and clear mind always carries a strong presence because they are not easily shaken by external factors. 3. You become reliable and stable. People who make self-care a habit are often disciplined, responsible, and trustworthy. When they say they will do something, they do it. When they make decisions, they don't let fleeting emotions control them. When they face challenges, they find solutions instead of avoiding them. Reliable people always have a natural charm. They don't need to seek attention. Their stability makes them attractive. How to take care of yourself effectively? Self-care doesn't mean striving for perfection. It is a personal journey where you learn how to treat your body, mind, and emotions with kindness. Here are 4 important areas to focus on. 1. Prioritize your physical health. Eat healthily. You don't have to follow strict diets, but be mindful of what you consume. Avoid processed foods, excessive sugar, and prioritize foods that give you sustainable energy. Move your body daily. You don't need intense workouts. Even walking, yoga, or light exercise can improve your health and well-being. Get enough sleep. Don't trade sleep for work or endless social media scrolling. Quality rest gives you the energy to fully live your day. 2. Take care of your mental and emotional well-being. Spend quiet time with yourself. Meditation, journaling, or simply sitting in silence for a few minutes each day helps you connect with yourself. Learn to manage your emotions. Don't let negative thoughts dictate your actions. Instead of reacting impulsively, observe your emotions with calm awareness. Distance yourself from toxic relationships. If someone constantly drains your energy, set boundaries to protect yourself. 3. Set boundaries to protect your energy. You can't take care of yourself if you constantly let work, responsibilities, and other people's expectations consume all your time. Learn to say no. You don't have to please everyone. Prioritize what truly matters to you. Make time for yourself. Don't feel guilty for taking time to read, rest, or do something that brings you joy. 4. Care for your appearance in a subtle way. Taking care of your appearance is not about showing off or seeking approval from others. It is a reflection of self-respect. Wear clothes that make you feel confident. You don't need designer brands, just clean, well-fitted, and appropriate styles that suit you. Maintain personal hygiene. A subtle fragrance, a well-groomed haircut, or healthy skin can instantly boost your confidence. Self-care is not a luxury, but a foundation for you to live better, feel more confident, and become more attractive. You don't need to change everything. Just start with small steps, and soon you'll see the difference. Habit 10. Emotional intelligence. Mastering your own energy. What is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence, EQ, is the ability to recognize, understand, manage, and navigate your own emotions as well as those of others. A person with high emotional intelligence does not suppress their emotions, but knows how to control them instead of letting emotions control them. Have you ever seen someone who remains calm in stressful situations? Have you ever met someone who can sense another person's mood without them saying a word? Have you noticed people who can resolve conflicts without hurting anyone? These are signs of strong emotional intelligence. Why does emotional intelligence make you more attractive? People with high EQ do not let criticism throw them off balance. They don't let anger cloud their judgment. They choose how to respond instead of reacting impulsively. They don't just talk well, they also know how to listen. They don't interrupt others just to push their opinions. They make people feel safe and understood. Even when the world is filled with stress and negativity, they maintain inner peace. They don't let small problems disturb their balance. People with high EQ do not let others dictate their energy. They walk into a room and bring stability rather than being swept up by chaos. 4 skills to develop emotional intelligence. 1. Pause before reacting. One of the most important skills in emotional intelligence is learning to pause before reacting. Think about the last time you were angry. If you reacted immediately, what happened? Have you ever regretted things you said in the heat of the moment? People with high EQ do not react instantly. They learn to pause, even for just a few seconds, before speaking or acting. Simple exercise. Next time you feel frustrated or want to react quickly, take a deep breath and count to 5 before speaking. This helps you control your emotions rather than letting them control you. 2. Read the energy of the room before speaking. Emotionally intelligent people don't just listen to words, they read the energy of a space. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately sensed tension, even though no one said anything? Have you ever said something and noticed people looking uncomfortable, but you weren't sure why? How to improve this skill? Observe facial expressions, body language, and emotions of those around you before speaking. If you sense tension, ask questions instead of rushing to give an opinion. Adjust your tone and words to fit the situation and the feelings of the people around you. 3. Cultivate empathy. Understand other people's perspectives. You don't have to agree with someone to understand them. Empathy doesn't mean you accept everything someone says. It means you try to see the world from their perspective before judging. Questions to help you develop empathy. If I were in their position, how would I feel? What might they be going through that I don't know about? Is there a reason they are reacting this way? Practical exercise. Next time you meet someone who is being difficult, instead of criticizing them immediately, pause and ask yourself, what might be happening in their life that's causing this reaction? Simply shifting your perspective will change the way you interact with people. 4. Control your own emotions. People with high EQ understand that their emotions are their responsibility. They don't blame others for how they feel. They don't let others dictate their mood. They learn to choose their responses instead of reacting on impulse. Real-life example. If someone criticizes you, you have two choices: react instantly, get angry, and argue. Stay calm, evaluate whether the criticism is valid, and respond maturely. Emotional intelligence doesn't just help you manage your emotions, it allows you to create a powerful impact in your life. Over time, you will find yourself calmer, more magnetic, and more respected, not because you try, but because you truly master yourself. Habit 11. Consistency and reliability. The silent strength of trust. There's a special kind of power that comes from those who are consistent and reliable. They are not the loudest in the room, they don't try to attract attention, yet somehow they are always the most respected. When they speak, people listen. When they act, people trust them. In a world full of empty promises and half-hearted commitments, those who stand firm in their principles are the ones who truly matter. So what makes someone reliable? How do you become the kind of person that others want to work with, be around, and depend on in crucial moments? The answer lies in consistency. Why does reliability make you more attractive? Have you ever met someone you knew you could always count on? Someone who does what they say, doesn't overpromise, never backs out, and never does things carelessly. People like that always have a unique charm, not because they are the most outgoing or attention-seeking, but because they are the solid foundation that others can rely on. 1. They are the kind of people everyone wants around. At work, in friendships, in love, we all look for people we can trust. No one wants to work with someone who constantly changes their mind and gives up easily. No one wants to be friends with someone who always breaks promises. And no one wants to be in a relationship with someone whose words and actions don't align. A reliable person is someone who is always present, always stands their ground, and doesn't waver in difficult times. 2. They naturally earn respect. Reliability cannot be faked. It doesn't come from fancy words, it comes from real actions. When you are someone who consistently keeps their word, people will automatically respect you. They won't need you to prove yourself with big declarations, because they've already seen your consistency in action. How to become a reliable person? 1. Keep your word, even in small things. Reliability is built on small actions. If you say you will call someone at 7 p.m., do it. If you promise to help someone, don't come up with excuses to back out. Because if you don't keep your word in small matters, how can people trust you with bigger ones? 2. Show up consistently. Nothing destroys reliability more than inconsistency. If today you do well, but tomorrow you disappear, if sometimes you are enthusiastic, but other times you don't care, people will never fully trust you. A reliable person is someone who shows up, rain or shine. They don't let their personal emotions dictate their level of commitment. 3. Live by your values, not temporary emotions. Many people act based on emotions instead of principles. They say they will do something, but then change their mind because they feel lazy or lose motivation. But a reliable person has clear values. They don't make decisions based on fleeting emotions, but based on their core principles. 4. Practice discipline every day. Reliability is not built in a moment. It comes from daily habits. If you want to be someone others can rely on, start with the small things. Wake up on time. Finish what you start. Don't make excuses to procrastinate. Don't say things you can't follow through on. Over time, you will build unshakable reliability, not through words, but through consistent actions. Reliability cannot be built overnight. It is the result of perseverance and consistent actions over time. You don't need extraordinary talent. You don't have to be the best in your field. So, what can you do today to become more reliable? Start with small actions and do them every day. So we've uncovered the 11 habits that make someone silently attractive. But here's the most important takeaway. Silent attractiveness isn't something you chase. It's something you cultivate from the inside out. Think about it. The people we admire the most, the ones who linger in our minds long after they leave the room, are rarely the ones trying the hardest to be noticed. They are the ones who live intentionally, who carry themselves with quiet confidence, and who understand that true attraction starts with self-respect and self-awareness. When you master authentic independence, you become someone who is strong and self-reliant. When you refine silent elegance, your presence alone makes an impact. When you embody emotional intelligence, you connect with people on a deeper level. When you live with consistency and reliability, you earn trust without saying a word. These are the qualities that make people truly magnetic. And here's the best part. You don't need to be born with these traits. You can develop them, starting now. Which of these habits resonated with you the most? Which one are you going to start working on today? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. We'd love to hear how this journey of transformation is unfolding for you. And if this video brought you value, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future insights on personal growth, mindfulness, and self-mastery. Thank you for joining us on Mindful Healing. Until next time, stay grounded, stay intentional, and let your silent presence speak louder than words.